my monsters that I've painted, and I can show you some when I'm not, elbows deep in paint.
Right.
My favorites are the mechas on the protector's side and the Cthulhu guys on the destroyer's side.
Well, hello everyone.
Hi,
Jason.
How's it all going?
Easy going.
Well, we're trying all sorts of funky stuff here tonight. Trying to tie into all the other channels now and keeping it all here on Discord as well. And, customers walked in after we closed, so, it's always something.
I love those last minute visits, right?
Absolutely. While I love painting with you guys, I like making money.
Customers are customers.
We don't blame you at all.
Let's see how much it's going to take to break this out of here tonight.
I warned you.
You did warn me. There it goes.
So you're trying to stream on all the streaming services of the internet?
We are... What are we on tonight? YouTube, Discord, Facebook, and Twitch. So we're all over the place.
We've got them all going.
So when Comcast tells me that my internet is slow due to customer usage, I know it's going to be you guys.
That's right, because I have taken them all over, Eric. You're right.
Taking the internet.
Oh my gosh. And I know it's showing up different for those of you on Discord than it is for everyone else. Because Discord and the streaming service don't like to talk to each other.
Not showing us at all.
So yeah, you are not seeing any camera work from me. My computer...
Nope.
Yeah. But if you catch me on one of the other channels real quick, you will see I'm at least getting my table still set up. And I don't know why I decided to unwrap the non-green paints first. I'll be using green for the next 2 hours.
I did the exact same thing. I was like, wait, why did I do that? Cue me fighting with the wrapper for the green ones.
Micah, again, thank you for the cup.
Oh yeah, I'm still using the Starbucks cup?
Yep.
You are welcome. I don't think... Can you see my camera, Jason?
I can see you.
No, I can't see yours. Okay, cool. Let me show this off. Cass got this for me for Christmas this year. It is a paint puck.
Oh, and it'll hold the brushes in it?
Yeah, it'll hold the brushes on the little clips.
Is that the Squidmar cup?
I don't know what brand this one is. It's just paint puck.
Okay.
Yeah, paint puck brand. We found it online, and I was like, "Hey, I want this," and Cass got it from me for Christmas. So not only does it have the brush clips.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so it's got brush clips, but it also has little nubbies in the bottom, so that I can brush
yeah,
against.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's super nice. You're a nubby, Cass. I am trying out the new Citadel synthetic brush for
Okay.
the first time today. And so far I like it. I got a large base brush that I'm giving a whirl.
I will be keeping with the brushes provided tonight.
So as to give everyone else something to reference.
Well, I came really close to picking up the synthetics tonight.
Oh,
And I said, you know what? I don't know when I'm going to be able to restock them. Let me let me go ahead and leave those out for sale right now.
Well, I can say now that I have used them, at least this one base brush, that I do really like it. I agree with what you said in, I think it was the YouTube news video, that it really holds its shape very well,
Yep.
even after like use, which I love.
Good. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit more. Yeah, we'll do that. So, Natalie, I see you working away up there. Which one are you working on? You can already tell I'm going to have to do a little bit more testing with the setup here as we, well, hopefully don't continue this too much longer. I mean, we'll do other online things, but hopefully Paint Night is in person.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Hopefully. One of the things I always enjoyed about Paint Night was just seeing what everybody was doing and talking to people in person. Just the fun atmosphere.
Yeah. When I get asked by, a ton of people every day, when do we get to do in-store stuff again, right?
Right.
And part of the reason I'm semi-non-committal on it is I'm trying to figure out what's the real comeback event for us. And, well, realistically, Paint Night is high on my list for that.
I think that'd be a great choice for a big comeback event.
Yeah.
Well, no matter what the event is, I will probably be
I have got to, my apologies. I got to figure this out here because everyone's coming in so quiet for me tonight.
Okay, can people hear me now?
Not.
Yes.
Oh nope!
Yay!
It's a me thing. I just need to organize better.
No, because I was talking before and nobody could hear me.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't-
hearing you before.
I wasn't hearing hardly anybody. I was straining, and I think it's just I finally figured out where's that configuration spot, given the 6 programs or whatever I got open right now.
Right.
Yeah. And how we have definitely jury-rigged how this all streams together.
Just shows your determination to make.
Well, trying to make sure that we can reach the community, our family around here in as many different ways as possible, right? Because not everybody Discords, not everybody Facebooks. We'll find out how many 12-year-olds watch because, Twitch now. Sorry, that's me and just referencing my nephews and what they do now. My apologies to any teen or adult out there. And
I think
so
I've used Twitch all of twice.
I've only used Twitch to download mod packs for Minecraft. I've never
That's a
watched
good reason.
Yeah, because you kind of have to if you want the mod pack. They kind of made it. They kind of made it a requirement.
Tied it all in, yeah.
If you want mod packs, you have to have Twitch.
I should put a note out there. If you're following us on something other than Discord at the moment, I do have the comments up, so you are more than welcome to post comments out there, and I'll read to everybody who's on Discord here as well. Because I do see, it says we've got 5 viewers out there right now. Unless that's everyone here on the screen, multi-streaming
Yeah,
it.
I'm multi-streaming. So
Okay.
I can see what you're doing too. I've got you on YouTube.
There are certainly a lot of pustules and things on this one, aren't there?
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of little details to fiddle with.
If only there were a Nurgle fan streaming right now.
Well, I'm over here thinking about how I can use my Lords of Cthulhu techniques.
But you do Nurgle too, or you have done Nurgle,
I would theoretically do Nurgle if I did Ram.
right? I thought you picked up some stuff when you and Jordan were talking about that. Way back. That is really the before times now.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I never ended up committing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and what I was really looking at was Age of Sigmar.
Right.
There's Nurgle on Age of Sigmar, isn't there?
Yeah, I think it crosses over.
Yeah.
I am still nowhere ready for that to all be coming back. I haven't learned enough yet.
Yeah. I was definitely looking at Rattleblaze, the Skaven.
Right. Yeah, we have a couple Skaven people around here. And I'm not surprised you're a Ratter person.
No? Not surprised?
Not surprised. That rat tail looks like a tentacle.
Right. That's close enough.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of tentacles, I've also got over here my Kraken.
Nice.
I'm planning on doing some multi-painting while I've got it all out.
I was pleasantly surprised at the size of that juvenile Kraken when it arrived.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be a little smaller, so
yeah.
I'm happy it came out the size it did.
Yeah. So, what else has everyone been up to since our last session?
Made a couple resin things I showed you.
Yep.
Been working on a sewing project.
Ooh.
Yep. I'm making myself.
Nice.
And I stupidly decided this test piece, because it's something I'm there's a lot about it that I'm unfamiliar with, and I stupidly decided to accept the challenge of doing it all.
Well, you gotta learn it somehow, right?
Yeah. But, hand sewing takes bloody ever.
Yeah.
And I probably could have had this done in a day. Maybe 2.
With the machine. Yeah.
But, it's a challenge. And I haven't done a completely by hand project in a long time. I would see if things I have been learning since then are actually useful.
It looks like you went for a different color scheme there. Is that accurate? More flesh tones?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I did. I went with the black red and did a pretty heavy wash on it,
Okay.
which turned out well. But
Yeah.
it is going to take forever to dry. So I may have shot myself in the foot.
Okay.
Very quick to paint, but somebody else recommended on here doing a base coat first.
Right.
I followed that advice. That's alright though. We're gonna do what we can with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wound up doing the base coat of the skin, because what you said the other day was kind of niggling at me.
Yeah.
Just like, I take so long to get the base coat done.
You're like, yeah, I'm going to start early.
I probably would have still been doing the base coat when everybody else was done.
Well, this is a big model. I mean, it's... Yeah, I was wondering if this needed to be like a 2-session paint night almost. If someone was starting from scratch.
I was saying before you jumped in, Jason, that it's nice and Monster Apocalypse sized.
Yes,
So it's
that
right
is
up my comfort zone.
that is accurate. And realistically, I am finding I should have decided to use a different size brush than the ones they gave us. Because,
Never.
yeah. But if I'm going to be a purist, I'm going to be a purist, right?
To each their own.
Right.
Man of principles.
Okay.
So I've heard a use for Monster Apocalypse. Is anyone actually going to use the old Dire Troll for a D&D or Pathfinder or whatever tabletop games out there?
Oh, I don't DM, so that would kind of be up to whoever's DMing in the groups I'm in.
Well, I'm just using it as a self-portrait.
You should do there.
Okay, just to show you. I actually wore the green shirt today to match up with all this, too. It's Dire Troll Paint Night. I was like, yeah, I will match. That will be a thing.
You could have also done burgundy, because his loincloth is kind of a burgundy color. in the,
True.
Oh, well, back
But then-
in my D&D days, we were doing, I think it was Horde of the Dragon Queen or something like that, and came across a dire troll. They described it as like this big troll. And I was thinking big as in like 7 feet tall and just a little taller than the regular characters. I was not expecting something like this, which is far cooler in perspective.
Did you win the battle?
We ran away. So,
Okay.
Yes, we survived.
Surviving is winning.
I don't remember why we ran. I think we probably could have defeated it, but for some reason everyone was like, we're just gonna run away.
Some things are better left alone.
Most of my minis are just set aside at the moment, ready to be used, but they'll, once I've got a few things taken care of around the house, they'll have a shelf that they'll go on, and I'll probably rearrange the shelf like a diorama, and that'll probably be all the use they get.
Have a whole shadow box full of minis that are just there for display. So that is completely valid.
That is one of the downsides of playing D&D at the game show, is if I want to be prepared and have minis available for the DM, either he has to warn me that we're going to be fighting him, or I just have to bring everything.
Why you?
It's not gonna happen.
That's why you give people extra options. Like, okay, you're all first level. Here's some kobolds, and I need a beholder. Like, wow, really, a beholder? Oh.
Just in case.
Just in case. Never know.
Or you say I need the kobolds, the beholder, and I
Tiamat.
don't know, a bunch of yeah. And then actually just throwing in, some spiders. Everything else is just red herrings.
But kind of takes away some of the spontaneity from it.
Well, if you're the one knowing what's coming, yeah, I understand that.
Well, I mean, even if he does the asks me to bring models X, Y, Z, and only wants model X,
Right.
He's still having to have that encounter already ready.
Yep.
You can't just go, oh, hey, let's roll the dice and see if you have an encounter while you're traveling. Oh, you came across roll dice, some, kobold.
Always kobolds. When in my youth, when we did not have the budget for minis, we proxied all kinds of stuff. So there were recurring skeletons that were pretty much any enemy, and maybe you lose a little bit of immersion from that, but they really had to keep you on your toes. You could always flop things around a bit. See what happens.
He's got these tokens that he has, numbered that he uses.
Oh,
So
there
he
you go.
can have, he can have any. I mean, they're just blank coin size tokens that he wrote numbers on. Different colored numbers on, one color on one side and one color on the other side. He could throw 50 things at us before he runs out of tokens.
Be interesting to see how things change. Later this year, there's a WizKids is putting out two-dimensional monster figures. So they'll be on acrylic. They'll be on acrylic, and then you get standees to make them, effectively three-dimensional by just standing them up. So storage should be much easier.
So on that subject, WizKids is late to the train. I backed a Kickstarter called Skinny Minis. Is exactly that.
Yep.
And they're very well done.
Yeah, the advantage WizKids. Yeah, the WizKids advantage is they've got the D&D license, right?
Yeah, so you can get like the official.
Yeah.
The official art, but like.
A skeleton's a skeleton.
Pages of minis that I can just like pull out.
Yep.
Oops.
Oh yeah, they've been way behind on this one. Like you said, Mike, I remember seeing those years ago.
So I'm trying to imagine what this looks like. Is it like a flat square that you pop out?
It's a flat. It's flat. It'll be roughly shaped like the figure, and then it's got a full color print of the actual monster on it.
Here, look up at the screen for a second.
So
okay. This is a Hydra, I think a Hydra, and it's got art on the front and a unique back art, and it's completely flat, and then it's got like a little notch on the bottom that I can pluck into a base, and it'll stand up on its own.
Yep.
And I've got I backed this Kickstarter, so I have like I said, I have a whole binder of minis that are flat.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a really good convention and like game store kind of thing. Where you can bring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it certainly makes me reevaluate how popular are the minis, the 3D minis, going to be after those release.
Yeah. For me, like now owning the skinny minis, I like having the 3D minis for main characters, major bosses, that sort of thing. Because like you would want the main characters to be three-dimensional characters, literally, but also physically represented as three-dimensional characters. And then like the background stuff, you've just got like a bunch of nobles or whatever in a
Right.
You can throw those all.
The goblin
flat.
horde.
Yeah, the goblin horde. Things that are, not nearly as important to be fully rendered.
Right.
That's how I think of it, anyway.
Yeah.
And then you've also got digital options.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, and then digital options, a whole other monster. Half monster.
With since we haven't been able to meet in person, we've been gaming online, and our and I purchased a program called Hailstone, early access on Steam. Not
Right.
a whole lot in it yet, and requires online, so continuing to use it at the store would be problematic.
Right.
But it's been kind of fun to dink around with it. If they ever do an offline mode, I could see that sort of thing becoming very popular. Because it is planned for them to make modding available, so people can create and input their own models.
Okay.
And they're also talking with Renovations about allowing the 3D models you can get with them, their website, by able to be input into.
That'd be cool.
Make your player character in Hero Forge. Have it fail spike if that goes through. But it's still early days. Who knows how long it'll take them. Something better will come out before they're done making.
All right.
Is
So since we're getting close to the end of, what is effectively, we'll call it a year and a half of lockdown, besides coming here and hanging out, because I know that's top on everybody's list, what's the first thing you really want to get out there and do?
Grocery shopping.
Okay.
Buy my own goddamn groceries. Instead of having to order them online and hope to hell the fruits and vegetables aren't already half rotting,
Right.
aren't already starting to rot by the time. If I order milk, is it going to expire in 2 days, right? That is the thing I have hated the most. It's not me.
Right.
But
already disappointed, Jason. I am too boring to have time for anything else. That is exciting as it's gonna get.
Not going to work and seeing people in person?
Oh, I get to do that early. So.
Oh, you've already gone back. Okay.
Next week.
Okay.
and I am
Maybe some of us aren't looking forward to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I could believe it. I could work from home for the rest of my life. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
But it is that time. I must go take Joe to work.
All right. We'll see you back here in a bit, Chris.
I'll mute my microphone and I'll be back in a bit.
All right.
Recorded.
So, Natalie, if not going back to work, is it making the kids go to school?
Oh, they've been going back at least half days.
Right.
Which is glorious. But yeah, full time is going to be sweet, but that won't be till next year.
Right.
Good.
Wow.
Come with me all summer again.
Ugh. Yeah, it is June. School's almost out.
Yep, they got
Forgot
2 more
about that.
weeks. Or 3 more weeks, something like that.
When you say next year, are we saying 2022 or next school year, September?
School year.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
See, Eric, you get to think about that in a few years.
Yeah, right. And it's looking forward to it. It has been tough to entertain kids, which I have 2 kids. One that is 15 months, and one that is a little over 3 years. And they have a lot of energy being stuck indoors, and
Ooh.
they are looking forward to a better world. And the worst is, they are going to be the last group, the absolute last group to get any kind of vaccination approved.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
long haul. It's okay, though. I'm going to spend a lot of time with them working from home, which I did not get to do when our first kid was born.
Right.
Pretty nice.
That's good.
Yeah. Were you expecting 15 months paternity leave?
I was not. I actually started my leave almost the day lockdown happened.
Right.
And I was like, oh man, I'm going to miss out on getting to work from home. Boo. And wow, that was a...
Not the correct answer.
Yeah, I know. Poor foresight on my part. But we are trying to plan some stuff. It's mostly family members wanting to come out and see some kids. So that'll be good and bad to be able to catch up with everyone. I think
Right.
at least we are socially... our social endurance is a lot lower.
Right.
I saw some people
Yeah.
come out the street and I'm talking to them, and it's just like, no.
Oh, we've got a question online here. Eric Barry wants to know when we're going to host a paint night when he's not working.
Hey, Eric, stop working.
Yeah.
Or get a different job. Problem solved.
I will say it has, well, in the before times, our Tuesday night minis, yeah, our Tuesday night minis night technically included time where people could come and sit down and paint as well. You know, and then there's always, if there's free space in the, we will say, in the after times.
Yeah, just because it's not paint night doesn't mean you can't go in and paint
That's right.
when it's safe.
Yep. We definitely had a few people do that on occasion around here. Couple
Would
people
have done that.
might have said the lighting here was better than at home.
I definitely remember before pandemic times, the air conditioning was better than at home.
Don't say that right now. My AC is out.
Oh no.
Oh, I am going through my regular fights with the landlord about come fix the AC. So this entire week has been miserable.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yep.
That's why I saw the doors open.
Doors open. I went and bought a few fans for the place. Yeah. They came out on, because it'd been out since Saturday. So of course it's Memorial Day weekend. They're not going to service it over the weekend, right?
Of course.
So Tuesday they finally came down and took the whole system offline, and we have not heard back from them since. Last time this happened, it took a good week to week and a half for them to get it all fixed, because they had to special order it apart.
Well,
Because the AC here is 35 years old.
Good grief.
Yep.
At least it cooled down a bit this weekend.
Yes, today has we did have the doors open today because, you know what, it helped cool the place down.
Well, when you do open up, whenever that may be, are you guys going to open up the back room again?
I am going to probably hold off on the event room by itself for a little bit longer. One of the things that has bothered me there, and it's actually something I can't resolve, is that there's no output or outtake, so no draw on the AC in there, so we only push air out. We don't take any of it back, we don't draw any of it back in. So there's kind of an airflow issue in there unless the door stays open.
Right, which may negate part of why someone may.
Yeah. Yeah. So it may also, short term, may kind of turn into, if you were to be able to look in there right now, it is storage space for a couple of us. It may be hosting a bunch of the games we already own. But that will that may turn into kind of the studio space for this setup that if you've been in, you've seen we've got it in the corner right now, and that's going to become prime space when we open back up, because you could easily fit 2 to 3 5-foot tables in this space that I'm using right now for the studio. So we'll just kind of see. That's as to what the biggest priorities are right now. It is making sure we get to a spot where we can actually open up for event space.
Now, if you use the dedicated room at the back for streaming stuff, you could really go all out on the set, like soundproofing and all that jazz.
Yeah. There are a lot of options there. My intent would still be to have that as ultimately still an event space. I built it for that reason. Because it is nice to be able to say, hey, we've got a private event going on in here.
Well, since you're getting into the streaming space, have you ever looked for like local streamers? I almost want to say influencers, but I think that's more media space opposed to content creators.
Right. That term.
Brain.
I haven't really. It's more, I'm not trying to monetize it. Unlike,
For sure.
content creators are. You know, my goal is strictly, let's keep our community engaged, and it's kind of a marketing thing for me. So, come on into the store, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
These are the cool people you can hang out with.
Yeah. So, now what I think may get incorporated longer term is that for other events that we run, we may ask if there's any participants that want to be willing to stream while the using our streaming stuff while the event is going. So who wants to play the live game of Magic on our channel? You know, who wants to what's going on with this Blood Bowl match, that kind of stuff.
Well, that would be very cool.
Yeah. Then it really is the community channel.
Well, if you ever want some Monster Apocalypse games on the channel,
Yeah? You may know someone?
You know who to talk to.
Now, are you going to play True Monster Pock? Are we going to play True Mon Pock, or are we going to try and redo the arena like we did?
Why not both? All of the above. I did buy the like additional rule set
Right.
pack for the the two monsters versus the big bad monster.
Yeah.
So we could do something with that too.
Yeah, scenario based. That's cool.
Yeah, and I have the long form, like, here's your city, develop it rules
Right.
now too.
Oh, okay. Very cool. You've really been keeping up with them
Always
then.
do something like that. Yes, I have been. Doing my best anyway.
I get messages from them every once in a while.
Oh, really?
More the,
Trying to to get back in your good graces?
No, not so much that. Just, here are the latest, the latest models. And it still reminds me of, oh yeah, there's going to be a 2-month delay on this one.
Uh-huh, yeah.
No,
But just a 2 months delay for you, of course.
well, yeah, 2 months delayed, right. Followed by the message, 2 weeks later, oh hey, we delayed it another month. But do you want to try Warcaster?
No. I'm not interested in Warcaster. I also have no interest in Riot Quest, thanks.
Mm-hmm. I did play a couple games of Riot Quest. It wasn't a bad game.
Yeah? It wasn't as exciting to me as Kaiju's.
Right. No, it's... Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely no question Kaiju win.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, that is a little chunky.
Color is that?
The light flesh color. It's not
Alright.
blended all the way in. Not mixed very well. That's a little better.
I'm hearing cat bells in the background.
Might be my dog.
Okay. With a bell on the collar, huh? Or it could be the tags just going together.
Just tags like dangling against each other.
Right.
No, we can't have cats because Cass is allergic.
Oh, yeah.
Makes me very sad because I want them. Don't blame you at all.
Is Cash just sitting there watching Mesmerized?
He is playing video games in the background.
Oh, got it.
Doing her own thing.
Right. Wow, I'm finally getting close to having the torso base coated.
Should have used a base brush.
Yeah.
I'm already on, like, details. Try to keep up, Jason.
Oh, I am never good at that. That's why I own the store. I get to make the rules.
Right. Does that mean I have to stop painting to let you catch up?
That's exactly right. Take the next 3 hours off.
I'll go paint something else.
Yeah, like and subscribe our video.
Well, like, I bought the undead ogre and then never painted it. So.
Right. I never did get the chance to go back and finish the red slod, so I definitely need to do that yet.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys finished minis?
Natalie, you're like, I did my one session. That's close enough.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the time I got.
You can ask my roommate and she'll tell you, no, I don't finish minis.
Yeah, you could look at my pile of shame and agree with me, or agree like Micah just said. I don't finish them either. I barely get them assembled.
Yeah.
Then my staff paints them.
This one do too. Yeah, just tell Mikey to paint them.
Yeah. Hey, Mikey. Can you take care of this Indominus set?
Mikey, I have a plain white eyesore over here. Can you do something about it?
Right.
It's primed.
Yeah.
I did
Oh, yeah.
that much.
No. Okay, you primed it too. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I think he's going to start working on some terrain for 40K for us. We made a little bit of a purchase from Games Workshop so we could add a couple items of theirs directly into our supply of terrain. Yeah.
I meant to come in and use your terrain pre-pandemic.
as a Games Workshop player, I appreciate you guys getting some stuff for me.
As I was talking to my rep about it, he goes, "Well, don't you have players who will make terrain for you? A lot of shops do that." I'm like, "Well, seeing as I don't know how many players I actually have yet," and his response was, "Oh my God, I always forget that we started your account the end of January last year." Yes, that is correct. I may be one of your top buyers of Blood Bowl every time something new comes out, but I really don't know about the rest of the stuff yet. Actually, the one we're all intrigued by is, what is this new Age of Sigmar box going to look like? And what do we actually have an Age of Sigmar community around here? We know we have 40k players.
I think I'm at the point where I just need another Age of Sigmar player to play with.
Right. I know we've got a couple around here. It's just, it was one of those things. We never got an actual chance to find out what our community was yet.
Right, before everything shut down.
Yep. Yep.
In 10 years, when I finally have enough time to finish my 40k army, I will pick up Age of Sigmar. Before you think that. Yeah,
Sounds
gotta
good.
wait 10 years, bro.
I'll just wait until your kids are teenagers.
Right, and then 2 more players, right there.
Right there. That's the real trick to getting somebody to play with. You make them yourself. Start them young.
I'm not buying these extra models for myself. They're for my future kid players. Yeah.
That's what you're telling the wife. This is an investment in the future here, honey.
And that's why they're not painted yet, too.
Right.
Yeah, so I want to make sure they have the full experience.
Oh my God, I made it to working on the legs.
Nice.
It might be green before the end of the night.
It's gonna be close.
I do like the richness of that green. It's very...
Yeah, it's way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. I played with the black green too on like some of the pustules and splotches to make it look like discolored skin,
Nice.
and that's really coming out nice too. Yeah. Oh. Cash does not love me talking about pustules while while she eats chocolate ice cream.
Okay. Why would the chocolate ice cream be the part that...
Because I was talking about like the black pustule chocolate.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know.
I was like,
Her
that's...
conclusions, not mine.
Yeah. If you had said like pistachio or something, all right, then we're gonna have a
Right.
Well, I should ask the live audience here, the live crew, any feedback on, oh, well, if you've even paid attention to them, on the weekly news?
Constructive feedback. I like it. Keep doing it.
Keep doing it? Okay.
Keep doing it. That's my feedback.
Okay. I've been trying to figure out,
It's how
is there different information we need to have out there for you? What do you want to hear about?
like, that's how I heard about everything that I bought recently. So I just have not been keeping up on stuff.
Right.
So, you talking about the synthetic brushes was like, oh, okay, I'll go check that out.
Right. Okay.
We're having a paint night. Oh, I forgot about those.
Right. Okay.
That is a excellent length of time.
I would say
7.
I'm trying to get it down to under 10.
I guess one criticism I have.
Is how fast the WizKids middies went by?
Yes, I guess I'm not the only person to have said that.
You are definitely far from the only person to have said it. I had, as I was sitting there editing, at one point in time I had them all in a line. And I was like, this is like 65 miniatures. And if I'm going to leave them there for like 5 seconds a piece, that's just a lot of time eaten up that people may not want to sit there and look at them. So then I started, I started cycling them through on a 4-second cycle that was offset. So I was thinking, a person can stare at each one of them for 4 seconds, not thinking, oh no, really that's just a second a piece, as they're flipping through everything. And the other thing was, the first comment that came back to me was, God, they were so small on the screen. And I was like, I didn't even think about the on-the-screen aspect of it, because I did all my editing, on my computer with 24-inch screens. Whereas I am suspecting more than one person watched it on their phone.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I watched it on my phone.
So it was... Yeah. So what am I squinting at here? Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely have learned that lesson. I was actually thinking what I may do is... because Wave 15, if they're actually going to ship on time, are actually only a month and a half away. And what I'll probably do for that one is, because I do think everybody wants to see the models, I'll probably set up like a separate video of just, streaming the arts,
Yeah.
And then I'll just reference a news video. Yeah. Saying, hey, here, go check out this video of just the WizKid stuff coming out.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
So...
What did I miss?
I ended up just going to WizKid's website and
checking out all the...
looking them up that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You didn't really miss anything, Chris.
Just Jason being a slowpoke again.
I might have the green done now. I know. Yeah, well, there's only 2 legs. There's only 2 legs. There's not, 4 arms and 4 heads. Since that part's all done.
There are 5 arms.
There are 5 arms. That's right. 4 elbows, 5 arms. Yeah.
4 elbows, 5 arms.
Yep.
I think that depends on how you define an arm. I was thinking of an arm going from your shoulder down.
5 hands. We'll call it that.
Yeah, we'll call it 5 hands.
Jason, real quick.
Yeah.
Joe asked me to ask you a question when we're done
Okay.
regarding something he pulled out of his time spiral this afternoon.
Oh, okay. Sounds like he got a winner.
Actually, no, it's a loser.
It's a loser.
Yeah. It's a pack that feels like it has 1 card in.
Ooh. Unfortunately, I am not the person to talk to on that one. That is directly going to Wizards. And if you go to the Wizards of the Coast website, there is a you have to open a support ticket for it.
Either way, he wants, regardless of that, he wants to.
Well, sorry, Chris. The last part of that dropped out.
Sorry, he wants to open it with you.
Oh, okay.
He does want to see what's in it, but
Right.
he doesn't want to open it with you.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Yeah, we can set up a time for that. I will, because that's one I will absolutely recommend. We need photos and videotape for to give Wizards of the Coast support documentation on it.
okay.
If there is a problem.
Yeah, because we figured you'd know how to how it's handled.
Yeah, I'm working through that with Pokemon right now.
Oh dear.
Yeah, they had an entire batch run that had errors in it, and
So I'm glad I didn't get my niece any more.
well, of course it's an entire batch. I own the entire batch of it. So right now I'm out a few $100 until they figure out what they can do.
That sucks.
Yeah, I like to be selling the product.
Of course. And I'm sure you have customers that want to buy it.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, just let us know when we can bring it by.
Yeah.
Help us figure out, navigate the process of getting it dealt with.
Yeah, if you guys want to do it one evening before Joe goes to work, we can do it then.
Okay. He mostly wanted to know when you'll be in the store.
Right.
'Cause you're not always there. Most of the time, but you're not always there.
I try and take a couple hours for myself.
Wait, I thought he lived at the store.
Well, the cot is upstairs.
How's your mom doing?
Doing okay.
That's good.
Doing okay. Staying at home a lot.
As a lot of us are doing. Hopefully that hasn't been too awkward.
No.
That's not too onerous for me because I tend to stay home.
They both.
Looks cool, but it's a pain in the butt to paint.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
I don't think that should have done the length off his leg this game. So a paint night or two ago, you gave us the skinny on upcoming models for paint nights, but I don't remember what they were.
the only one, well, so they've changed things around, and the only one I truly know of at the moment is the Death Tyrant.
Ooh.
That sounds huge.
Well, everybody wants to paint a Beholder skeleton, right?
Yes. Me,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I knew I didn't have to say much for Micah.
love that tigers. That's what I got so far.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, I like that you did the belt a different color. I should have done that. I did all mine as a single.
A single color of the with the rust even.
Yeah. Like, okay, so this is a little better. Nope, it's just gonna fade out.
That's okay. I can see what you're talking about. Yeah, I thought that the rust looked like fur, so I decided to do it like a white fur.
Nice. I am going to start basing with the black red on the loincloth here.
that's what I'm doing.
Stop copying me, Chris.
What do you
Well,
mean
you're all just
copying
copying me because I already did it.
I'm already almost done with my loincloth, and I was just gone for half an hour. And the butt to get the back, the between side. Which one?
The dark sea green actually just looks gray. Which is not what I wanted. I wanted green black.
Wow, that came out way more purple than I thought it would.
On the black red?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more almost a burgundy.
I might have thinned my paints down a little too far as part of this process.
Repaint, and then no more.
That just means you gotta do more.
Any good series anybody is out watching out there right now?
Not me. I haven't been watching much of anything except YouTube.
I am rewatching Babylon 5.
Okay.
Saw when I was much younger, and seeing it again, appreciate the writing in that show a lot more.
I just rewatched Game of Thrones. And part of me wants to wonder why I subjected myself to that a second time. Well, I actually enjoyed it the first time. But realizing the second time I've watched it now, there are some series I can go back and watch again and again. Like, I may go restart The West Wing for probably the 15th time. You know, it's just a series I enjoy. That is not so much the case with that one.
Yeah, Joe and I got to we finished season 4, and we're just getting ready to start watching season 5 when they dropped 6.
Right.
And we heard so much horrible stuff about that last season that we wound up. Oh, awesome. We wound up not watching season 5.
Okay. I won't say, it's worth the full watch. It really is. It is. Go through it once. You can say you've done it.
I'm considering talking to Joe about it, since the living room is in complete disarray, so we can't sit in the living room and watch TV.
Right.
We're pretty much streaming shit on our computer.
Right.
Which we can't do together. So I'm thinking about talking to him about just going ahead and watching the rest of Game of Thrones separately.
Right.
Instead of waiting until we get the living room under control enough that we can actually watch the living room. Because that's going to take a while. I've got way too many emotional time bombs sitting there waiting. Unpacking the boxes that they brought back after the whole water damage thing. And then I opened up the box that had my mom's favorite lampwood. That hit me like a punching gut. I don't know why that stupid little hit me. Did. And I stopped.
Right.
Been a couple weeks. I've gone back to it. Really. I want in the living room. is called.
The inside of this loincloth is kind of a pain to get to in spots, isn't it?
That's what I was saying. There are certain areas that I am not going to be bothered about doing a thorough job of. As long as I can't see the primer when I tilt them around, I'm gonna call it dead.
Right.
Because I don't know about you, but once I'm done painting him, I'm not gonna be turning him, flipping him around and looking at his butt. I am not going to be looking up underneath that loincloth anymore. I am done with that. I did have the strangest thought. I mean, I know why they do it.
Right.
You know, because they've gotta keep it PC. I'm like, all of these monsters, many of which don't have the kind of society or some of them the intelligence to worry about clothing, but they all do.
I think that's mostly just comes down to the people creating the games don't want to draw monster genitalia.
I mean, logically, I know that, but there's also it begs the question: why is this diatroll wearing clothing?
Why? Yeah, for sure.
Because it's head number 3 is the modest one.
Head number 4 is the one with anger issues.
Yeah. And you can tell it's head number 3 because it's the one with the emo hair.
He's the one with confidence issues.
That's right.
Head number 4, the one with the anger issues, is the one facing backwards.
Yeah, that's kind of a maniacal laugh looking on his face there, isn't it? Like,
He's just so mad that he doesn't get to see what's going on up front.
You can only see
Being a
where
troll,
they.
though, aren't they all anger issues?
Yeah.
Are we naming one of them Karen as well then, Natalie?
Oh, yeah. But none of them has the haircut.
Oh, I think we could turn the one into a Bob.
Oh, okay.
No, not Karen. Kevin.
Kevin?
It's the male Karen, because this is a male troll.
Okay. Wait, how do you know that? There's no anatomy here to confirm that.
Yeah, we just talked about
yeah.
the fact that there's no genitalia here.
It has no top on, and it doesn't have boobs.
Yeah.
Wait a second here. No, there are definitely... I mean, yes, there are faces coming out that are in the position of breasts, but there are breasts on this
right
thing.
Here, this definitely looks like a boob.
Right.
Doesn't help that I painted it darker.
This
Are
is a
you
boy
knowing me
troll.
back there? Okay.
You can't convince me that this figure is not a male troll. You can't convince me.
Oh, it's a Ken doll male troll. I'll give you that then.
So, it would be Kevin, not.
I did not realize it was Kevin or Karen.
Yep, Kevin is the male version of Karen
Okay.
according to Reddit.
Well, my troll is non-binary, so
But still angry that you wouldn't give them the 10-cent coupon off their Starbucks.
correct.
Right. Okay. Just making sure.
He wants to speak to our manager.
I do love that when it happens here.
Isn't that the best part about being a manager, though? I am the manager.
No,
Just
I
tell me you stand up and turn around and be like, ta-da!
I do worse. I get asked if the manager's here. I'm like, no, they are not. Well, when will the manager get in? They'll be in tomorrow. Well, then who can I talk to? Well, who's got authority? Well, you could probably talk to the manager's boss. Well, where's the manager's boss? Well, you're talking to him, so shove off. I have done that twice now. So it does feel kind of good. Leave in a huff. That is okay. I do not need your business. But I was just looking for Pokemon for my kid. Yes. Yes, you were.
You
And
and the rest of the world.
Yep,
Have fun looking.
that's right. Oh, what's that behind me? Oh, that's sorry, that's not for sale.
Good luck with that.
I have made sure to do it to each one of my managers, each one of the staff here. When I receive the phone call, can I speak to the manager, please? I have made sure I pass it off to each one of them at some point.
Mikey, they want to speak to the manager.
Yep.
Your turn.
Yep. The other one I've done is, was the owner there? And no, the owner is not here. And they're like, well, what do you mean? It's so-and-so, and they recite my name. I'm like, yes, but he is not the owner here. Well, it says so. I'm like, and so I respond, well, no, this is an LLC. Technically, there is no owner. Yeah, that might have pissed off one of my vendors.
Whoa. Whoa.
I mean, it was Comcast, so I didn't really care.
They're not a real vendor.
No, they just wanted more money, Here, you need this service from us. No, I don't. I say that as they are currently watching us and cutting off my internet during this stream.
The technician in the back of the game store,
Yes.
snipping wires.
They were actually out at one of the neighbors here the other day. So I could have, yeah. They were putting in spyware. Oh, that second coat made that turn out much better.
Are you still painting him green?
No. The second coat on the loincloth. Here, how about I actually put it where you can see it? I don't, the brush strokes weren't coming out well. Yeah, it's actually coating, the little things. So, yeah, much better.
I didn't hear if Mr. Jason was looking forward to doing something for
I did not respond. I am looking forward. There's two things I actually want to do. One before things end here. And then the second one not long after it all ends. Well, it'll probably be a little while after it ends, but, you know. The first, before all of COVID ends, it's going to sound stupid, I want to go do my own drive tour of Northwest Trek.
Oh.
Because you can do that right now. You can, I mean, it's like $80 or $90 or something. But you take your own vehicle and do the drive tour of Northwest Trek.
That's cool.
Yeah. I haven't been out there in ages. I never, as a kid, I didn't like sitting on those buses, those trams they had, because they were way too small for me. So I may treat myself to a morning of that here before the end of the month.
I have not been out there since high school. The guy I was
We're not
dating-
from here. What are you talking about?
What
Oh,
do you mean?
okay.
Yes, I am. I was
No.
high school.
Natalie is not from here.
Oh.
Natalie is not from here. Northwest Trek is a wildlife refuge out towards Eatonville. So you go to Puyallup and head south towards the mountain. Okay. And they have, as part of it, it's, you know, it's not quite zoo, but there are large enclosed areas, and they've kept them to the natural environment. So, and it's all Northwest Coast animals,
Okay.
with the exception of the bison. So think of Northwest in the broader term of everything Yellowstone west.
Cool.
So a lot of them are actually just kept in a more natural environment. So you can certainly go and walk around and see those things. And then there's this massive area that they've established where it's the free roaming range area. And normally you would catch a bus that would leave in like 10-minute intervals or something and do like this 5-mile loop around the area.
Okay.
And it was a blast to go see those things. You know, I can't tell you the number of times we'd be going around there and all of a sudden the moose has decided to lay in the middle of the road. Now you're stuck for 20 minutes while the moose is still laying there.
yeah.
Because you're not going to move the moose. So it's a little spendy, but it's absolutely a blast. And actually, Natalie, your kids might be the right age to go have a good time. Well, they could be almost getting to the too old side for that kind of thing. I don't know. Do they like zoos and stuff?
Yeah, they like animals a lot.
Okay, then yeah, it's still a good time to go out there and see that one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I'm always looking for stuff to do, so I was just like, what is this activity you speak of?
Right. Yeah, no, that's definitely a good one.
I haven't been out there since high school when the guy I was dating at the time got a job there helping feed the big cats.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
He took me with him. I got to wander around with him in the back areas.
That's cool.
that most visitors don't get to see.
Right.
And it was actually the only time I ever went.
Oh, okay.
Every time after that is going to be a lesser experience.
Right.
Yeah.
And a reminder of that jerk off.
Right?
Oh, they painted all the arm. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here looking at the artwork. And they painted all the armbands that same color, too. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yep.
I have elected to ignore that particular suggestion. All of my armbands are different colors.
Aha! Every troll has their identity, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They're all from competing factions.
Yeah, bad lighting. Oh. Should have got like.
Wait a second here. Is it just me, or is this dark sea green not green at all?
That's what I said. It's gray.
Yeah. More of a gray blue.
I ended up using it for the teeth.
I'm thinking I'm going to use it as a highlight for the hair. Go black and then highlight up to that.
Mm-hmm. Went forever.
No, I'm looking. They didn't actually give us a wash in this one this time, did they?
No, they didn't. I was noticing that too.
Skipped the wash last one too.
Did they?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I don't remember there being a wash in the last one.
Oh, I probably built a... I remember washing my slod. I probably built a wash.
Probably. You're telling me.
There's washes and inks on the ogre one.
Yeah.
Nope, they did not do a wash in the slot either.
Okay. Now, Eric, I'm trying to remember. You posted some photos not too long ago, didn't you?
Yeah,
Of other-
I am.
Yeah.
I am working a Sisters of Battle army for Warhammer 40,000, and the last paint night I posted a photo of one of the Sisters Repentia that I was working on, and I've just about completed that unit.
Okay.
Just in time for them to get nerfed into Oblivion, probably. The new rules coming out.
We'll see what the Codex does to you next week, huh?
Indeed. I really like him regardless, so I'd probably take him and enjoy my time. But
I suspect they won't be
I'm not gonna
completely
have that
nerfed.
thrill.
Too many people like the Repentia squad. I would hope they would recognize how many people love those models.
They're cool models.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of painting skin, though. Tough tonal color to get right.
That's why the Reichland Flesh, or not Reichland Fleshlight, the Golem and Flesh contrast paint has become my friend on that stuff.
really like the contrast paints. I was a poo-pooer of them being the easy way to paint. No, I am well converted that if it works well and has those kind of results, then you should use it.
Right. There are a
For
few
anyone
that
new at-
I've really gotten the idea, okay, let's, and especially watching some of the guys online, they're not using them as full color schemes and, just, hey, we're doing all contrast all the time.
yeah.
A lot of instances, they are using them as their wash almost in certain spots. But it's targeted washing. And so that's been,
That's what I did.
yeah.
Some just base them as one and then contrast paint over, and it really turned out a lot better than I was hoping.
Right. But that Golem and Flesh doing the flesh tones, yeah, I'm all over that one. Because I'm like you, trying to find the right way to do flesh tones, just nope.
Most makeup companies can't even get flesh tones right.
Right. I feel better about my painting skills already.
If L'Oreal can't do it, then fine. I'm okay with it.
Uh-huh.
There is one thing that actually going to miss about doing paint nights like this rather than in store.
What's that, Chris?
Packing up and hauling all my painting supplies to the store.
Okay, fair enough.
I am going. That's one thing that I don't miss.
Right. That I can understand.
So with my young children being around and wanting to get into anything that they shouldn't, I ended up doing that every night by creating a toolbox as a paint kit. It took a bit of swapping around for finding the right stuff, but if you dedicate to it, it is not as big a hassle as you imagine it could be.
Well, I've got a box that I've got most of my stuff in.
Yeah. Bring it
It's
down.
not exactly light.
That's why I have a cart
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, eventually I'm probably going to have to get something like what we've been using for our D&D stuff.
What is that?
It's basically a plastic rolling toolbox with multiple sections.
Okay. Armband's done. I did not follow Micah's example. They are all the same.
Officially ahead of me now.
Uh-oh.
So you are no longer behind.
Well, have you already done the hair?
Yes, I did
Okay.
there.
All right. So you're ahead of me there.
Because unfortunately, after I finished the hair, I looked at it and went, "Oh look, I found all the green spots I missed."
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to go back and do that where I have rubbed off green spots now, every time I hold the model.
Yeah.
So that will probably be here shortly.
I'm using the same head as my grab point, and it's the one leaning back behind the one that has hair.
Right.
So I'm just going to keep using him as my hold point, and when I'm done with everything else, that'll probably touching him up will probably be one of the last.
Makes sense.
Gonna have to anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found some like between the fingers. I missed the inside of one of his thighs.
Right. Well, I'm notorious for I need something. I need a spot to steady my hand as I'm painting something. So here I am. I've got a finger on the one head as I'm doing the hair. So I definitely know I'll have to go touch up the big head at some point here. And I decided to go straight out of the pot with the black for this guy's hair. Because I wanted to see how greasy and oily can I keep it. So I felt like coming straight out of the pot might be the best answer.
Cleaning up my mess I made while I was doing the black, red, black, whatever, before I start. Actually, do the bones and stuff first.
Talking about the little skulls.
Yeah, and the bones under the armband on the upper arm. I got a little crazy with my red, black, and a little crazy with it. I can start on the detail work.
With how black that hair is, I almost want to yell, "Hey, Mo!"
Is whatever detail gets done in the next 60 to 90 minutes. After that, that is never coming off the shelf.
Right.
At least not.
I will work on him until I think he's done. And then I will take him to the store for a visit. And he'll go on an adventure. Go see Jason. And he'll get put away with all the rest of them.
This is a break from my usual army painting. So I cannot afford any more time than whatever is happening tonight with them.
Yes, must get back to the sisters.
No, really. They gotta have good determination to make sure you get
Yep.
something done when you're starting from scratch.
Well, the good news is, Eric, table ready here does not mean the same thing as table ready for tournaments and stuff.
For sure.
I firmly believe we get you to the table as fast as we can. They don't have to be primed, even.
If they're assembled, they're good.
I don't even necessarily care about assembled. I want you playing. No, seriously. If I got to put down a bunch of base tokens and we write on them with, put a piece of masking tape on them and write on them what they are, as long as you're playing. I am a game store, first and foremost. Play games.
Well, I am going to buy a bunch of kits and then, cut the front picture off of them and then put it on a little stand and be like, alright, this is my unit. Get a Sharpie to mark them off when they die.
That's right.
Have old models, mind you, but not anything else. I really wanted to get the stuff I knew I was going to be taking every time fully painted.
Yep.
Like all the in the HQ, and then the rest of the stuff I can be a little bit lazy about.
Yeah.
I knew if I didn't get those done right from the start, all that other cool stuff would forever prevent me from wanting to go back to them.
Right. That makes sense.
Bloody angles.
Man, who bought these uncomfortable chairs at this store?
You should talk to the owner.
Yeah.
That guy's a jerk. Doesn't let me do anything I want.
Which Ari, aside from the fate of the back room, have you considered any renovations to the store or changing anything? It's probably hard to tell with people being gone for such a long time what it would look like. But.
Well, I was actually, I was trying to get chair rails in here, just because the back walls got beat up so badly in the beginning. But the price of wood is so ridiculous. It was going to cost me about $13,000 to get chair rails in.
Oh,
Nice.
So I said,
Joe has joked that it costs 15 grand for a dime bag of sawdust.
yeah.
Oh, and he said if I talk to anybody who needs any pressure treated lumber, go get it now because they're not going to get any more for a while.
Really?
They're the upcoming trucks have none slated.
Wow.
What's the deal with wood? Why is everything so expensive?
Lots of building.
All the construction?
Not so much, professional construction, but
Everybody was
Right.
home, so all home renovations
everybody's
happened.
At home. Yeah, the honeydew lists are
Oh.
getting done.
I don't know. That's
A lot of people who never had the time, to do home improvements have been doing them.
Don't ask about the steel industry.
yeah.
That one has gone completely nuts. If you were looking for a metal roof or anything right now, ooh boy. Hey, look at that. I'm painting toenails. I should just take them over here next door. Hey, can you do these up for me? But it probably
Maybe
costs
you
me
can
an
put
art.
butterflies on them.
What's that?
You can put butterflies on them or something.
They'd probably still charge me an arm and a leg because they got to pay for that Lamborghini somehow.
Hit him with some nice acrylic nails. He already does, honestly.
I was rather sad to see the under new management side.
Oh yeah, it's an entire new ownership group over there. Well, they even changed the name.
It's not just. But I feel bad for the family that had the show.
Well, hey, at least they got to. At least they sold it instead of just losing it out completely.
True.
Yeah, so there was hopefully some level of reimbursement that they could live with there.
And hopefully they got enough and they've got something going on so they can reopen once things are back to normal.
Right.
Those ladies were really nice. They had no issues with taking.
realize how many eyes are on this model.
You don't really think about it until you're painting them, and then it's like, I.
Yeah.
Eyes.
Decide if I'm actually going to attempt to do any pupils on them, or just be like, let's just leave it as is.
I just did the heavy red and just gave them like big red eyes. Eyes are my bane. I'm used to things with like, not really eyes. You don't have to paint pupils on a robot.
So, Micah, I know you said you're doing the Cthulhu style army. Are you also doing the robot army?
Yeah, so I've got a couple of different armies going. I've got the Cthulhu, I've got the...
Oh, just say all of the
Robot.
above.
I don't have all of the above. I haven't touched the bug army.
That's right. You didn't pick up the
Because I'm not a-
you didn't pick up the ape lords, did you?
I have one ape. I
Okay.
have one single ape monster, and I have 0 ape units. The only ape monster I actually have it within arm's reach is the ice one,
Okay.
because I thought the club was
Nice.
super cool, and I painted in pink in reference to the pink gorilla like classic video game store up in Seattle.
Very nerdy.
Yep.
That if I had ever picked up the ice monkey there, I had always wanted to convert that, cut out the club, the ice club there,
Yeah.
and put in the top of the tower, like
the Tokyo Tower.
yeah.
Yeah, I was very tempted to do something like that, and I ended up with this one. Privateer Press accidentally misshipped me a Martian pod.
What?
So
Privateer
I
misshipped
glued it-
something?
Oh.
Yeah.
So I glued it into his hand like he's about to just
Nice.
chuck it right at something.
The discus. All right.
Yeah.
I like that.
But yeah, my main armies are the Cthulhu army, they're called the Guard. It's the mechas.
Okay.
And and the Tritons, which are like the deep sea monsters.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, very cool.
Jason, did you see that they finally announced a Triton base building?
Yes, I did see that.
I am so excited to paint that model.
What?
It is,
Big?
It's a giant crab.
I was gonna say, big bad crab.
Big, bad hermit crab. I am ready to paint that. So excited. I'm happy with my troll. I think I'm gonna call him pretty much done and just paint the base now.
Ooh.
I don't know what I want to do with the base though.
Natalie, what about you? Do you do any tabletop thing kind of stuff, or just a fan of painting?
D&D, mostly. I don't do a whole lot of the other gaming.
Natalie, I think I've asked you
Unfortunately,
before. Did the Pathfinder group stop?
I stopped playing with them. They were
Okay.
playing online last time I saw.
Got it.
I took a break, and then I got busy with life because life.
Right.
And then I didn't get back into them, and I think they just kept going, as far
Got
as
it.
I know.
Got it.
So I haven't been playing anything other than my one online game with the group I've played with before I moved here.
That's your Sunday group still?
Yeah, that's the Sunday group.
Yeah, the one
We've
you were
been playing,
DMing
like,
at points.
5 years now, I think?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, that group, we call ourselves the odd ones out because people that accidentally got left off a list of people that wanted to get together to play that from a fan group, like, as far as I know, we're the only ones that have kept playing this many years in, and we were just like these leftover people.
That's funny.
Rejects unite.
Oh my gosh. Well, unfortunately, I can't hide anything. You can watch online at my most recent escapade into role playing.
I'm not going to judge Jason, but you guys went off the rails. It
Oh,
was very spectacular, but I felt so bad for the DM.
the hardest part, Ben was having a blast DMing it. That was. He even said that, after I want to, yeah, I wanted to kill people. I definitely was like, okay, this is, it reminded me why I enjoy board games. I do not have the creative skill to go off the rails like that.
You like board games because you can't make up rules.
Well, I mean, there's always the one rule Jason wins, but
Not in my experience.
shut up, Micah. Don't tell everybody about every game we've ever played together.
Every single game where I always win.
Unfortunately, that is way too accurate a statement.
Which is what makes it so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they were, Eric, they were painful experiences for me, that's for sure. But I know the rest of the crew was having a good time.
Oh, well, that is good.
Yeah.
Getting the hey, you go run in their tank and get smashed in the face. You're like, I'm doing my job, but sometimes it doesn't feel good.
Right.
Which I saw the new poll come up for the next one, and personally, I voted for the captain is dead. 'Cause I had not heard of that style of game. That sounds really fun.
Oh, yeah, it is definitely a. We haven't talked about Pandemic before? You're not familiar with that one?
Paint night.
What's that?
Not on paint night.
I am familiar with Pandemic from like a mobile game from 5 to 6 years ago, where you clicked little pandemic things.
Oh, that's the one where you're actually spreading the germ, right? Or
Yeah.
yeah. So there's actually a very popular board game, especially popular last year, right before we shut down.
Reasons.
Yep. And you are going around the world trying to cure 4 different diseases that have popped up. And so you work as a team, all starting out of Atlanta at the CDC headquarters. And you're taking vaccines with you. You're researching how to cure the disease. And hopefully beating all 4 of them before they beat you. So The Captain is Dead is along those same kind of lines, except that you are on your spaceship, the captain has died, and the aliens are now starting to invade. So can you beat back the aliens? I've played it a couple of times here. I think we lost both times I've played it. And that's the hard part. It's you versus the game. So I actually like that kind of game more than I do the competitive game. You know, we either won together or we lost together, you know?
Yeah, that is my preference as well. I greatly prefer cooperative games.
Well, Chris, with the exception of Mystic Vale. I will say that. Yeah.
Fair. But I was told that it was not a competitive game.
Mystic Vale?
Yes, I was told that it was not a competitive game.
Well, there is still a winner. But
Yeah.
kind of like Azul, I mean, it's not
directly.
Yeah, it's not a take that kind of game. It's I need to
not-
adjust my strategy to be better than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't, other than, buying cards off the table that, somebody else may want.
Right.
You can't really do anything to hurt the other player.
Yeah. Yep.
So, that one, it kind of gets a pass from me.
Right.
For that. I mean, well, not wanting to play it. I mean, you know what.
Well, what would everyone's favorite cooperative style game be? Mine is probably Forbidden Desert.
Well, okay. So, Eric, actually, the Pandemic game and Captain is Dead is almost along the lines of that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's still, you're up against some kind of timer, basically. Right? And the timer in Pandemic or in Captain is Dead just happens to be a deck of cards.
Well, then I am hoping that one is picked. See what the people say.
I think it's winning right now.
I don't know if you would call it a game per se, but in terms of you versus the game, I like the unlock games.
Oh, it's definitely a game.
Yeah, it's a game and it's cooperative, or by yourself. Either
Right.
way.
Right. Yeah.
What is the unlock game? Is that like you can...
So it's basically like an escape room in a box. So it's puzzles and problem solving to try to get to the end in a certain period of time without making many mistakes. And then you get a rating.
Yeah, neat. I didn't know they would do little puzzle games in a box.
Oh, yeah. There's a few different series we actually carry around here. They are, and I will agree with Natalie that, well, Of the ones I've tried, I probably like the Escape or the Unlock series the best.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so whenever he gets a new one, I'm always like, he holds one aside because he's like, I know immediately she wants one.
Right.
And as soon as I see you list them, like, these new things coming in, I'm like, take my money.
Yep.
I want that right now.
Actually, I got to go back and look. They announced the July releases for Asmodee on Friday. So, I got lucky. Normally, I record the news on Fridays, but we were having enough technical issues here I didn't record. And then I got the email saying, here's all the new releases. So when I do finally record the news sometime tomorrow, I get to put that in. And I will take, if they have artwork, I will take more than 4 seconds to show you the artwork on
Alright, well, it is after 10:30, my friends. I am gonna skedaddle.
All right, Natalie. Good chat with you tonight.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Take
See
care
you
of
soon.
yourself,
See you
and
guys.
we'll see you when we see you.
Yes, someday.
Soon.
Wait.
Yeah, it will definitely be nice to see.
Sorry, what was that, Chris?
Said, yeah, it will definitely be nice to see people face to face.
Yep. The hardest problem for me is going to be relearning everybody's faces without a mask. Who are you again? Can you cover up everything below your nose? Oh, hey, it's you.
I kind of like having superhero anonymity, though.
Well, I think everyone's going to end up being amazed at how large the Shelf family has grown in the last 15 months. If we actually start seeing everybody show up that has truly started frequenting the store since this all began.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the big question is how many of those people are going to continue frequenting once they can go other places as well.
Well, there's that, but the number of people who have said, "Oh my God, I can't wait for, you have a board game night." Oh my gosh, no store has a board game night. Okay, we're not any other store, What night's your minis night? Yes. How many tables are you going to have for D&D? As many as we can fit.
And probably at least one more.
Right. Yeah, actually, that's one of the things I'm worried about is, I may say there's only 4 tables to begin with for a while. And Chris will know. Four tables is nowhere near what is necessary for what we did have going on Thursdays to begin with.
It's gonna be interesting to see how you manage that, because if it's limited to 4 tables, how are you going to decide who gets to play?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Those are all the things I'm debating on right now.
Just very, very large tables.
Yeah.
How many? I mean, are you going to restrict the in-store Thursday, the official D&D Day games to the official.
Well, a lot of the question is going to be how many DMs do I actually have at that point too.
I know of one you've still got.
But
Because we've started playing again on
Right.
Thursday.
yeah,
No, we're
I saw
doing
Brandon
Friday.
in here. He and his brother came in. I think his brother.
Yeah, he's got a brother.
Yeah, they came in last week.
But one of the questions is: are you going to restrict it to Adventures League, or allow, DMs like Brandon to continue with their homebrew stuff?
Right. Yeah, and that's something I don't know yet. Because I think there's a lot of people who are looking for just... there's still a lot of people wanting to just start out. I may need to go more Adventures League to begin with here. Or I may need to... I hate to do it, but I may need to alternate between weeks, This group gets to play this week, this group gets to play next week.
Yeah.
I just don't know. All the questions we are trying to solve right now. So if you've been thinking I'm a little coy as to what my responses are for whether or not we're opening up, in July, it's because it's a lot more than just, hey, I'm turning the faucet back on.
Yeah. I am kind of.
Multi-armbands was the way to go.
You multicolored them?
I'm probably going to steal Micah's idea and change at least one of these armbands. That looks way better. Excellent creative call on that one, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we got another 45 minutes at most. Probably more like 30 just to...
Yeah, I'm going to be calling it right around 11. I've still got some work to do around here before I close up for the night.
I should have done more of the base colors before we started. Because I'm still base colored.
Yeah. Well, you also had an hour break there.
Had a little bit of a break, yeah. Yeah, to take Joe to work.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to Tuesday nights again.
Coming in, sitting down, enjoying while others are playing.
We're just sitting there painting.
Yep.
Every once in a while, having somebody, come over and check it out.
Right.
Talk to me about painting. I think I got a couple of people interested in painting themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of hoping I'm not painting alone as much as often. It is what it is.
See, the downside is you're hitting on the other thing I'm not sure about yet, and that is how late am I going to stay open for a while here?
True. And do you
I-
want to stay, resume your old hours or keep the current one?
Right. The downside is I always told myself what I always hated when I was in the corporate life was that I couldn't get to a game store before it closed.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to stay open later. However, staying open till 8 right now seems to get, all the business in for a day. Because usually even the last kind of hour to hour and a half around here, on any day of the week, kind of dies down.
Yeah.
Tonight, of course, being an exception because I wanted to get online and stream with you.
Right when you want to be doing something else, that's when people come.
Yeah. Well, and I felt, it was like, okay, guys, you got to hurry on this one. And it turns out it was the person's 21st birthday tonight as well.
Oh.
So, yeah, it was like, boy, I want to... How are you sober right now, first of all? Hurry up and get out of here because you should...
Hurry, but I want your business and I don't want to mess up your birthday.
Right. Because I had a person in here as well about 15 minutes before closing, which is when I was usually trying to get all this stuff set up. And unfortunately didn't get to do that part either. But... Harrison, if you're watching, don't worry. It's not a... I'm not complaining. I'm just stating. I don't hate you for it. Same with you, Justin, and happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
If you're watching this, what the hell are you doing right now?
Well, not everybody likes drinking.
He's turning 21. He doesn't care. That's... And I can tell you his friends do.
Because Brandon's brother turned 21 not long ago.
Okay.
And he didn't go drinking.
Right.
He actually despises alcohol.
Okay.
He doesn't like alcohol at all. So, but I got a drink when I turned 21. But it was more for the other people around me.
Right.
Because I actually wanted. It was the thing you do when you turn 21.
It was 21 shots for my 21st birthday.
Oh my god.
And that's not what...
You survived.
And that's not what hurt me.
I don't think I could do 21 shots now.
It was the 2 beers that went down with all that hurt me. Because at that point in time, I did not know I had an allergy to hops.
Oh.
Yep.
A not so fun birthday.
And luckily, it was late at night anyhow. The bar down in Renton did say it's time for you to go home. We were evidently pulling over every kind of quarter mile so I could Ralph out the side door. The cop was happy we had a designated driver when he pulled us over next to Valley Medical. As I was yet again Ralphing out the door. Wait, is that a good story or a bad story?
It's a story.
It's an interesting story that I'm glad I didn't have to live through.
Right.
And I imagine you would not you're in absolutely no hurry to repeat.
Oh, yeah, that is for sure. I really felt bad for our designated driver because we had taken his mom's car. And the next day, he was outside cleaning out the side pockets in the passenger side door that I had been at. Because somehow I did not make it out the door all the time.
I mean, there's a friend for you. You didn't even ask you to
That's right.
come back. And,
And it was even better because I woke up at 7 that morning to take 2 of my other friends to the airport.
Yeah.
I had to go pick them up in Federal Way and drive them back to SeaTac. Which was another mistake as I carried the garbage bag next to me. And then later that day was Father's Day, so all my uncles could laugh at me.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
well, I would say that is a good story. 'Cause that just went on.
It was the gift that kept on giving to everyone else, that's for sure. Hey, I am almost done completely base coating them.
Nice.
Getting a base coat of some of the smaller details, like the rings on the ankle and wrist.
Yeah, that's actually what I have left, Chris.
And then, once I'm done basing all of that, then I can start doing the real details.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this soon.
No, this may sit back and wait until we have a live, another paint night here where we don't necessarily have a dedicated model.
When I can come back on Tuesday?
What's that?
So when I can start coming back on Tuesday?
Yeah. Tuesdays or another Saturday night session, because I'm pretty sure paint night will be a once-a-month thing like it used to be.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
I'm hoping so. Time to touch up where that burgundy got off a little too far.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be bringing him by to visit you.
Okay.
'Cause,
Just give me a holler as to which day works best for you.
yeah,
You know.
he's going to take a while. Well, best day for Joe is Thursday or Friday,
Okay.
because those are his days off.
Got it.
Midday Friday, because we start our D&D game is Friday evening.
Right.
And Thursday, kind of dependent upon how exhausted he is by the time he gets off work. Thursday.
Right.
If he didn't have too bad of a week, he might have energy before he wants to go to bed, or he might not sleep for 12 plus hours.
Right. I would say it is better to get that done sooner rather than later. Because Time Spiral Remastered is something they only have
Ooh.
left via Amazon.
Oh, for that, yeah, that will probably be sooner rather than later.
Okay.
Um, might even be tomorrow.
Okay.
Tonight is his Monday,
Right.
so the least exhausting when he gets home. Depending on how well he slept during the day Saturday.
Right.
He was still up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so he might be pretty like that. I don't know. I kind of never know day to day with him.
Right.
What does he do for a job?
He does overnight freight for Home Depot.
Oh yeah, okay.
And he is one of these workers that does not like to leave when the job is unfinished. So he winds up staying 7, 8 o'clock in the morning when he's scheduled to get off at 6.
Does he get overtime or anything? Or?
Oh yeah, he gets paid overtime for it.
Okay.
But they have, you know how they have a whole bunch of stuff in the very high up in the rafters. That's their overstock. Basically what doesn't fit on the shelves. And they call that upstocking when they put it in the overheads. And from the sound of his venting sessions when he gets off in the mornings, 3/4 of the team doesn't bother to do their upstock before they take off. And he will stay until the stuff that the team is supposed to get done by the end of their shift is done. Pulling out the ladders and the heavy equipment to put everything up in the rafters, sweeping, taking the trash to the dumpster, to the back, and all of that jazz. The other employees just leave it in the aisle. Don't bother to tell anybody that there's stuff in an aisle that needs to be finished. And they talk out and leave.
So is that?
Damn Joe and a work ethic.
Yeah.
Unless I am highly mistaken, the average size of the crew per night is 8 to 10 people. There are 3 of them that regularly stay late to finish up the work.
Do I potentially know the others as well?
Yes, actually. I don't know the name. I don't know about Joey. I don't know if you know Joey, but you do know Stevie.
Right.
Yeah, Stevie's the one that I made a mask for. So he has the glorious beard mask.
Right. Yeah, I figured Stevie might be in that group.
Mm-hmm. We frequently give him a ride home.
Right.
Yeah. It's often Stevie, Joe, and a guy named Joey. They've had a few new hires recently, and one of them seems like he's going to get on the stay until the work's done bandwagon,
Right.
but he might not be able to stay.
Got it.
He may have to quit the job because of an issue with his brother.
Uh-oh.
His brother is, shall we say, special needs,
Yep.
and the facility. There's, I don't know the story, but there's
Stuff
something
and things.
about-
Yeah.
he might not be able to continue staying at the facility
Right.
that he currently
Right.
stays with. So this guy, this newer employee, may have to quit his job so he can be his brother's full-time caretaker.
Right.
Oh my God.
Okay. Let's see. Can I do this? That is base coded. My stopping point. Lots of green that blends in with my green placemat. So.
2 shakes, and I will snap a picture of him laying down on my drop cloth that I'm going to see that. There's the reference.
Let's see if I can.
Not up without rubber. So.
See Eric taking photos, so we'll be seeing those online before too long, I hope.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay up for a couple more minutes to do the base of this guy, but this is done.
Nice.
And by done, I mean I've spent all the time I had to spend on him, so
Yep.
hands down, I answer.
Absolutely.
Sorry, troll. This is all you get.
Looks like you made it pretty far there, Eric, so I wouldn't...
Okay, how do I do this? That.
Quickly threw some base paint on my juvenile kraken, just having finished my troll to do something.
Well, let's see the troll, Micah. Nice. Yep.
Yep. Ooh, I love the red on yours.
Thanks. I have a lot of green stuff because I really like the color green, so I wanted to
Have something
push
new and
my
different.
yeah.
I like it. Looks good though.
Very cool. Well, everyone, thanks so much for coming out this evening. Hopefully next time we are talking about an in-person opportunity.
Oh, that would be
Fingers
sweet.
crossed.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. Take care now.
All right. See you soon, Jason.
See you